good to see you. This is the Abante Squad channel, and my name is Mami Joanna Abante. So, this is really a part 2 of the coping tips that I would like to share to you. So, this naman, at this point, this is a coping tips based on my observations from the period April 30 to May 30. Okay? And I call it by the acronym OBSERVE the new normal. Let's start with O. O. O stands for online presence and online opportunities. I've noticed that a lot of people were really transitioning their business and posting their products online. And also, I know of a music school which I also enrolled our children. Okay, my daughter is enrolled in violin, my son is enrolled in piano, and it's an ongoing class right now. And it is kind of like, it's also challenging, but at the same time, I like it because I also learn from it. Because I sit down with them, and their teachers will give instructions. So I also learn in a way, diba? Di lang sila, pati ako. And another thing also that I noticed around that period, there was a post about an FB live of the houses bitaw that they are selling, which is a very good kind of strategy of marketing ba. And I love how the marketing team was so creative coming up with this idea that despite of this quarantine, they're able to broadcast their products, the things that the houses that they are selling, so that the potential clients are aware, or even existing clients. Next, I observed also in YouTube, there was an ad about the house that they're selling. It's a nice, because I think it's of course it's a paid ad. How they're able to tell the story of the building, and you'll be able to imagine if you're the target client, and how can you maximize the space. It was really a nice avenue, and it's so creative, and I really salute the people who really step up to the challenge, and in spite of the limitations, you're able to really deliver, and hope you ever got a sale right now. Anyway, and let's start with the B. B stands for barter. In our area right now, there's a very famous community wherein barter trade is happening. I noticed, I don't know when they really started that community, because I was just invited around this period. So I don't know how, maybe they started earlier than April 30, I don't know. But a friend of mine, an office mate of mine, invited me to, in that community, and I kind of enjoyed it. It's like watching K-drama as well, no? Pero, what's the next item that they're going to barter? And if you ask me if we are actively involved at this point in time, no, because our family is really, I have this kind of mantra at home: have what you need. So that's it. Probably siguro in the future, if the community will exist. And aside from that, I'd like to emphasize that the beauty of this community is not about the things they exchange. It's more about your concern and heart for other people. And it's more of like exchanging your material things to help others. Cause I know that some people, they wanted food in exchange of their belongings to help others. It's a nice and uplifting kind of information ba, to be able to boost your heart and your immune system as well. It feels so good after you see that kind of post, diba? Next is S, of course, support. And I think right now, a lot of people are really into the campaign of support local. So aside from that, before that, we really support our neighbors, because our neighbors are also baking and selling, and we really buy their products here within our community as well. And I know my cousins, for the period of March 30 to April 30, they were really trying the Korean menu, and now they are into business. This is a business venture, so kudos to them. So I admire that. Very nice. And we really, aside, and another thing also, we support also other local brands. It's like, I know that we have to tighten the budget as well, but it also, it feels good to be able to really support other people as well, because they really also have employees and other people needs to survive, needs other people, it's their livelihood. So like I always tell my children, life is beautiful, and if it beats for other people, that's my personal belief. You don't just exist just for yourself. Next, E is embrace. Okay, and others are really embracing already this new normal, and the beauty of it, I see in my post now, they incorporate it and they're creating fashionable face masks. Nice, guys, and people like me, people like me are also trying, embracing it, and trying something new, and educate myself in eye makeup. Diba? Kasi I can no longer wear lipsticks if I go out. At least I have a fashionable face mask, and be able to learn makeup. Diba? Embrace it. And I also learned how to cut bangs, for my children. Hairstylist na ko because of this. Anyway. And R stands for reflect. This situation, this pandemic, made me realize, what's really, and I guess not just me, but other people as well, what matters most to us, what is essential to us, and how can we move. You always hear me move, Yeah, for me, we really have to, step up to the challenge, and how we'll be able to cope with this. And reflection is really a part of it, that we find a time in our busy day, I guess some people are still working from home, and be able to really reflect, how are we going to proceed, what is life after COVID-19. V stands for vigilance. I think after that period of March 30 to April 30, where there was like people who are, well, you can blame, people got angry to some because they're not staying home. But at this point in time, instead of that post, I notice more of education. Like they post, how can people prevent getting the virus, be vigilant about it when you go outside, and then what to bring, and like please maintain social distancing. This positive post on my network, especially on Facebook, I noticed that in this period. So there's already acceptance and vigilance, and it's nice. It's good to see. And lastly, of course, mura na jud kog sirang plaka always educate. It's very important to keep on learning at this point, and allocate time to really learn a new skill, learn a new strategy, read, find mentors, and most of all, educate yourself how you're going to really collaborate with other people, to be able to move forward and slowly. Okay, so those are my coping tips that I share to you. Again, this is just based on my personal observations, so probably next time I will share to you another coping tips that I observe from the period of June 1 until June 30. And everyone, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching our channel. I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. Thank you again, and see you next video. Bye.